Let us journey into the origins of two cosmic threads destined to collide. On one side stands Onslaught, a being born from the internal conflict of two of Marvel's most powerful mutants. On the other side looms Darkseid, the tyrannical new god of Apokolips, bent on conquest and subjugation. To understand who would prevail, we must examine their origins, their powers, the sources of their strength, their vulnerabilities, and how those powers would interact in battle. We begin with Onslaught's origin. Onslaught first manifested as a subconscious fusion of the darker parts of Professor Charles Xavier and Magneto. In a moment when Xavier used his telepathic power to shut down Magneto's mind, the violent impulses and resentment of Magneto seeped into Xavier's psyche, mingling with Xavier's own repressed negativity. Over time, that fusion crystallized into a distinct entity, Onslaught, able to manifest separately from Xavier's own consciousness. As he grew, Onslaught siphoned off power from mutants he encountered, absorbing Franklin Richards and Nate Gray to amplify his own might. At peak form, he became a god-level entity capable of reality manipulation, combining telepathy, telekinesis, energy projection, mind control, and magnetic manipulation. At peak form, he became a god-level entity capable of reality manipulation, combining telepathy, telekinesis, energy projection, mind control, and magnetic manipulation. Now Darkseid's origin, he is a new god, born in the Fourth World mythos, rising to power on Apokolips. He ascended by seizing divine power and waging war across cosmic realms, eventually mastering the anti-life equation and commanding cosmic energies. Darkseid rules with absolute tyranny, believing that all life should bow to his will. Onslaught's base abilities include masterful telepathy, telekinesis, psionic energy projection, mind control, possession, and mental manipulation. He can penetrate mental defenses, override other consciousnesses, and twist perception. Onslaught's telekinesis is so refined he can dismantle complex machinery at the molecular level and control even subatomic particles. He also gains magnetic and electromagnetic manipulation from his Magneto-derived component. When empowered by Franklin Richards and Nate Gray, Onslaught acquires matter reshaping and near-omnipotent capabilities. In effect, he can alter reality around him, reshape matter, and absorb or negate energies directed at him. Onslaught can also increase his size, strength, durability, and project psionic armor. Now Darkseid's powers. As a new god, he possesses superhuman strength, durability, endurance, and immortality. His signature ability is the Omega Beams, energy rays shot from his eyes, powered by cosmic energy, capable of disintegration, teleportation, or forced resurrection via the Omega effect. Darkseid can also manipulate cosmic energy, command the anti-life equation, and exert his will across vast distances. He is a master strategist and tactician with vast resources, armies, and technological might. Darkseid resists energy attacks, can survive cosmic-scale catastrophes, and functions on a plane above many conventional threats. Onslaught's power is drawn from psychic energy, mutant energy, absorbed consciousness, and the cosmic potential of absorbed beings like Franklin Richards and Nate Gray. In effect, he is a psychic sponge and amplifier, gaining strength by feeding off the mental and mutant forces around him. Darkseid's power is rooted in new god physiology and cosmic energy, fueled by the mysterious energy of Apokolips, the Omega effect, and his mastery of the anti-life equation. His power is inherent, not drawn from weaker beings, though he can manipulate and siphon energy from others. Onslaught's major weakness is that his stability depends on the psychic balance of his progenitors. If the link to Xavier or Magneto is severed, or if his absorbed energies are disrupted, he becomes vulnerable. Highly powerful telepaths or psychic nullification can disrupt or winnow his mental defenses. Reality-warping adversaries may bypass his psionic barriers if their power is strong enough. Also, overload or counterattack with massive energies may destabilize his form. Darkseid's weakness is that, while extraordinarily durable, he is not omnipotent, and extremely powerful cosmic or reality-tier foes can challenge him. Additionally, attacks that neutralize his Omega effect or exploit gaps in his control over the anti-life equation could weaken him. In some interpretations, the anti-life equation itself can backfire, or his will can be resisted by beings of cosmic will. In a fight between their two powerhouse villains, Onslaught would attempt to probe Darkseid's mind, seeking to override his consciousness or corrupt his projected will. He would unleash psionic blasts to disrupt Darkseid's mental focus and possibly attempt possession. Simultaneously, he could manipulate energy, matter, and reshape the battlefield to his favor. Darkseid would respond with Omega Beams, firing at Onslaught's physical or psionic form to disintegrate or neutralize him. Darkseid might curve Omega Beams, teleport parts of Onslaught off, or bypass defenses by striking in multiple vectors. Onslaught's psychic shield and matter-shaping ability might attempt to absorb or deflect Omega energy. If Onslaught can redirect the beams or dissolve them within his psionic armor, he can neutralize Darkseid's signature attack. Onslaught could try to overwhelm Darkseid by flooding his mind with psychic pressure, fragmenting his focus so he cannot properly channel the Omega beams or resist. But Darkseid's cosmic resilience and new god physiology give him a strong defense against conventional psychic assault. Even if Onslaught breaches mental defenses, Darkseid's will is vast and cosmic in scale. He may resist or purge the intrusion. Darkseid could escalate with raw energy assaults, cosmic bombs, or command legions of Apokolipsian power to assault Onslaught's form. Onslaught might absorb energy attacks if the energy aligns with his own power types or feed them into his own amplification, but Darkseid's Omega beams are beyond typical energy. They are cosmically infused, able to erase existence or resurrect outcomes via the Omega effect. In that sense, if Darkseid can land a clean Omega strike on the core of Onslaught's psychic form, he might force a disintegration beyond reconnection. Onslaught would struggle to break through Darkseid's mental fortitude before being struck down. Even if Onslaught absorbs enormous energy, Darkseid's Omega effect can outmatch simple energy absorption. If Onslaught tries to reshape reality around Darkseid's own cosmic grasp may counter or negate that interference. That said, if Onslaught somehow stunned Darkseid early and severed his ability to project Omega beams, Onslaught might pull off a narrow upset. But in canonical balance, Darkseid's control over cosmic energies and his status as a new god place him above even many godlike threats. Thus, in this matchup, Darkseid's might, cunning, and Omega power carry the day. The cosmic tyrant Darkseid emerges victorious over the psionic Leviathan Onslaught.